Hello students, let's start the new point in same chapter surface tension, that is a capillary actions. It's a very important point for the JEE NEET CET as well as Maharashtra State Board exam. Okay, so let's start with the capillary action. What is a capillary action? Or before going to start the capillary action, what is a capillary tube? Have you seen the capillary tube? The capillary tube is very fine, narrow, tube is there, glass tube is there, and its both ends are open. Okay, so this tube is called as a capillary tube. And what will happen in this capillary tube? When this capillary tube dip into the liquid, then liquid level get rises or liquid level get fall down. So these actions in that capillary tube, the level of liquid rises and fall down, this concept is called as a capillary action. In daily example, the capillary action is the clothes in the soap water, it suck the water. Second, if the cotton suck the oils, or tree at the roots, it suck the waters from the roots. See, this all these actions is happened against the gravitation force, and that is nothing but the capillary action, or that is the main principle of the surface tension. So let's start one by one. What is a capillary actions in that capillary tube? Suppose consider two cases. That is the first case, capillary tube is there, and second case, the capillary fall is there. Capillary rise and capillary fall is there. Okay, so this is a liquid. Once you dip this liquid, in first case the capillary rise is there, and in second case capillary fall is there. Okay, so let's start the one by one. In last lectures we see the angle of contact. Okay, so that angle of contact, if the angle of contact less than 90 degree, then water level get rises. Okay, and if the angle of contact greater than 90 degree, water level get decrease, or its meniscus is like this convex and this meniscus is like a concave. But we know that how it will be happen that liquid get rises or fall down. See, consider one practical knowledge, that is consider 4 points. Suppose consider this first point, this one second point, third point and fourth point. Okay, or we can call this one is a PA and this one is a PB, PC, PD and PE. Okay, so which pressure is high at this point? We know that at concave side the pressure is high as compared to the convex side. So PA is high, that is a concave pressure greater than convex pressure. If this is a shape, then this pressure is high as compared to this one. Concave pressure is high as compared to convex. So we know that PB is greater than PA is greater than PB. Pressure at concave side is very high, okay, as compared to PB. But this is a connect to the atmosphere, so pressure PA is a atmospheric pressure. Yes, understood? PE and PD are again the point at boundary line, so it is again the atmospheric pressure. PE and PD, atmospheric pressure. Okay, but according to hydroxy paradox, the pressure at C point must be atmospheric pressure, because PE and PD at same height, so PC must be atmospheric pressure. But these all points have same pressure in that capillary tube. Okay, so PB and PC have same pressure, but because of that concave side, the pressure PC is less as compared to the PA, means as compared to the atmospheric pressure. PC is get less, so this pressure is low and this pressure is high. Okay, so according to this principle, we know that the pressure at each height must be same. So to maintain that pressure, atmospheric pressure at point C, always the pressure travel from high to low, and hence the liquid level get rise up. In the case number 1, understood, pressure travel from high to low and then liquid level get rise up. Or second, to maintain the height h, so to maintain the same height, the pressure PE and PD must be equal. Because of that, pressure PC must be P0. But to maintain that pressure P0, liquid level get increases and then it will be increase the pressure P0. Understood? In your book, the second case is given. Same second case. Which pressure is high? Suppose this is a PA and this one is a PB. Which pressure is high? Concave side pressure is high. So PB pressure is high as compared to the PA. But PA means atmospheric pressure. Same this point, PC is atmospheric pressure. PD is atmospheric pressure. So this point must be, suppose consider this E point. E point must be atmospheric pressure. But due to that concave side, E point pressure gate is high as compared to the PE. Pressure is get high. Initially the meniscus is like this way. This pressure is high and you know that pressure high is travel to low pressure. So the liquid level get decreases and it gets suppressed down. Understood? Pressure travel from high to low and it get decreases. Or to maintain the height, same height h, pressure must be atmospheric pressure, but the pressure PB is high. So to maintain the pressure PB equal, it decrease the pressure and maintain the same pressure, that is atmospheric pressure. So because of this action, capillary rise or capillary fall down take place. Understood? Clear? Now we will derive the formula of that height. So let's start the formula. Same diagram or same concept we will take. Suppose we will take the same concept, that is a capillary rise. Okay. Consider this one is atmospheric pressure P0 and this one is inside that capillary tube pressure PI. You know the clear concept, P0 is high, so PI is less, so capillary pressure liquid get rises. All these are, you know that. So now, first consider this point Px, which is the same point, which is the same height, that is atmospheric pressure Px. So we know that in last lectures we derived the formula Pi minus P0. Which pressure is more? P0 is more. So P0 minus Pi, ये concave side pressure is higher. Concave side pressure minus convex side is equal to 2T by R. Okay, T is the surface tension, R is the radius of meniscus. Clear? So what is the value of Pi? Pi is equal to, this kept to right side and this come to left side, so it become P0 minus 2T by R. Clear? Now, what is the find out the pressure Px? In the first lectures in surface tensions or mechanical properties of fluid, we calculate this pressure by simply subtracting, or by simply, if we have to calculate the pressure at X point, then above pressure, that is a Pi plus rho GH. This we calculate already in the first lecture. So whatever pressure, which point we have to calculate the pressure, that pressure is equal to above pressure plus rho GH. Clear? Understood? So we will put this value of Pi is here, P0 minus 2T by R plus rho GH. And what is a Px? What is a Px? Which is the same height. So it's again P0, atmospheric pressure. So P0 get cancelled. 2T by R is equal to rho GH. So we get the equation of height, that is 2T by R rho G. Okay. But one problem is there, how to calculate radius r. Okay, so how to calculate this radius r, I will show you what is this radius. This radius is not a radius of tube. This radius is radius of meniscus. Radius of meniscus. For example, meniscus means this is a capillary tube. Okay, this is a shape of meniscus. Okay, so it's actually like this way. So this is a radius of tube. Okay, and what is a capital R? Which is a radius of this meniscus. For example, this is a shape. So this is a small r, which is a radius of tube. We can easily calculate by physics equipment. So diameter of tube we can calculate, half of it we get the radius. And what is the radius of meniscus? This is the radius of meniscus. So how to calculate this r? This r is nothing but this is a theta, angle of contact between them. So this theta is equal to, or cos theta is equal to opposite adjacent upon hypotenuse. So small r divided by capital R. So therefore r is equal to r upon cos theta. So we will put this value h is become 2t, r is here, small r upon cos theta, it goes to numerator, rho g h. This is an important formula. So we can easily calculate the surface tension of this liquid by measuring the height simply by scale, radius by using a micrometer or microscope. Rho g is a constant, angle of contact you already given. So you can easily calculate the surface tensions. So this is an important formula. Now how it become an angle of theta? See, in last lectures we find out the angle of contact. Those who are missing that lecture, refer that lectures. I quickly recognize how to calculate angle of contact. This is a tube. Okay, angle of contact means it's a theta, angle between the two tangents. Okay, so yes, it's an angle between these two tangents. First tangent is a liquid tangent and second is a solid tangent. Liquid tangent always draw, this is a point, contact point. Liquid tangent always draw away from the solid. This is a solid surface, so liquid tangent draw away from the solid. Okay, and second is a solid tangent which is a towards the liquid, and this angle between them is called angle of contact. Now by using the simply geometric property, I suppose I am extending this line, so this is again theta. Okay, and radius is always perpendicular to tangent, so this is angle 90. Okay, so this is a 90, this is a theta, so 90 minus theta, again this angle is again theta by simply using a geometry. Understood? This is not very important, but this is the angle of contact. How it come angle of contact this theta? Just by using a simply property. Angle of contact means angle between these two tangents. Using that property, this theta is also same angle of contact. So this is a height equation. This is very important equations, and this one is important point for the numericals. Hope you enjoy this lecture. Please students comment me whatever you doubt and refer these lectures and attend that lectures and comment me. Okay, thank you.